This wholesome life sim RPG full release is finally here. My time at Sandrock has been in early access for quite a while, and I gotta say that the wait for its full release is so worth it. We can clearly see how much love and effort has been poured into this gem of a game. There is just so much improvement and much more content from when it started in early access. And now that the full release is out, I'd like to share 11 beginner tips in my time at Sandrock. These tips have the goal of saving your time to do more cozy stuff in the game. So let's begin! At the start of the game, you'll be introduced to the Eufaula salvage. More specifically, the scrapyard, which is located behind this gated fence. This place has a bunch of junk piles where you can use your pick hammer to gather scraps that you will put in the recycler to get materials. You will need to pay a weekly fee of 200 golds to keep gathering here, but your first week is free. The junk piles refresh daily, and as you move on with the story, more materials will be added. So if your main missions start asking for new stuff that needs iron, plastic, aluminum, and other things, make sure to check the scrapyard for new materials. But what if the scraps you recycle aren't giving you enough materials fast enough? You can always buy materials from the shops. If you want to complete your missions and commissions earlier and have the golds to spare, you can check out the shops in Sandrock and see if they sell the materials you need. The useful ones are Hammer Time, where you can buy bars and other refined crafting materials, Tailor Made, where you can buy some cloths and pigments, and the Eufaula Salvage Shop, where you can buy ores, data disks, and relic materials. But there are plenty of other shops in town. Check them all out and see which ones have the specific materials you need. And speaking of buying from shops, you should also watch the market prices, which you can see at the bottom left corner of the shop, and this changes every day. This shows whether the prices of items are lower or higher than their default price. If you see that it's in a green color with a negative, then that means the prices are lower. But if it's in a red color with a plus, then the prices are higher. You can sell your items when prices are high and buy when prices are low. Commissions usually get repeated, so you can buy materials for those in bulk while prices are low, especially if you also have a friendship discount. We'll talk more about these discounts later on. But for now, I want to talk about storage. You will have a lot of items. There are so much materials in this game, you will need to organize your stuff. Even if you aren't a hoarder like me, just going through the game like a normal non-hoarder person will still need you to have a whole heck of a bunch of stuff. So of course, you have to store your items properly. You can make a mini storage box on your work table at the start, but it only has 15 slots. There is a bigger wooden storage with 20 slots, which you can purchase from By the Stairs once a day. Or you can buy the recipe for it from the Commerce Guild store and make one yourself on your work table. When handling your storage boxes, you can try to keep things organized by putting the same type of items in one box. You can then rename the boxes for easier sorting. Do note that the storage boxes can be replaced with an upgraded version without the need to remove the stuff inside. And make sure to keep these sorting buttons handy. Oh, and there's also a large storage box, but you can only get it from the Mysterious Man, which only visits town every 20th and 21st day of each season. So if you're looking to get one, you may want to set yourself a reminder, which is actually doable in the game's calendar menu. You can use the reminder feature, so you won't forget any important things you may want to do, like buying a large storage chest from the Mysterious Man on the 20th day, or going to Dr. Fang's clinic trials every Wednesday and Friday. This is also helpful if you have to stop playing in the middle of the in-game day to do real-world errands. You can just set yourself a to-do list before closing the game, and you can come back and not be confused as to what you were supposed to do next. And you know what else you need to be reminded of? It's to hit that subscribe button. Sign yourself up for more cozy game content like this one. Moving on, if you're also confused as to where to find some materials, you can check the encyclopedia for material locations. The encyclopedia is like your collection of everything you have encountered throughout the game. You will see some information about the items and of course, their locations. You won't need to leave your game to search in Google, and it's sort of like a reminder for where you can find the materials you need. But you'll only see it in the encyclopedia if you already encountered the item. And it's not just items you need to encounter. Don't forget the people of Sandrock. You will want to befriend the people for their relationship perks. Each person has their own unique perk that will help you out in some way when you reach a certain level of friendship with them. They can send you gifts through the mail, give you additional stats, and shop owners will give you those friendship discounts I mentioned earlier. The best way to befriend people is to give them gifts. You can also donate some goals at the church donation box to increase relationship points with the people of the church. You can also see these donation boxes when Matilda is preaching at the Blue Moon stage every Tuesday and Thursday. And when you reach buddy status with someone, you can ask them to hang out with you. Doing activities with them will not only increase relationship points, but will also let you get to know the person more. But before you end your hangout with someone, and if you're considering going to the hazardous ruins within the day, you can take an NPC with you to the hazardous ruins. Just let them keep following you to the ruins and they'll come with you. They can help you out and attack the enemies. Some NPCs may be more suited for fighting than others, but it's still good to get some help from anyone willing enough to follow you in a dangerous place. This can be helpful if you are not much of a fighter in this game. And if you still feel like you're lacking in the fighting, you can eat at the Blue Moon for buffs. Not only will you get stamina from the food, but you can also get some buffs that will last for a few in-game hours. The type of buff you get depends on what type of food you eat. Appetizers increase toughness, main courses increase experience gain, meat dishes increase attack, vegetable dishes increase defense, desserts increase critical damage, and drinks increase critical chance. Keep in mind that you can only dine 2 times per day and order up to 10 dishes each time. And if you forgot what buffs you have, you can check your stats in the character menu. Another buff-related feature you should try out is the advertisements. You can check this newsstand near City Hall to open up the local newspaper called the Tumbleweed Standard. You can read the latest news, which updates monthly, and when major story events happen. And here is where you can place advertisements to get bonus rewards for completing commissions. Sort of like a buff for commissions. It costs 100 goals and lasts for 1 week. The bonus effects you get is also random. You can get bonus experience, reputation, or goals. If you don't like the random bonus effects you got, you can cancel the ad, then place a new one. Can't get enough of these sweet bonuses? Well, there's one more thing that can help. I suggest you craft the refiner as soon as you can, because this increases the quality of your crafted items using gems. You can upgrade your tools like the pick hammer, axe, and weapons. Upgrading them will increase their stats and add better bonus traits to them that can be a big help, especially during the early game. To get yourself a refiner, you need to get its diagram by bringing 8 data discs to Chi at the research center. Then wait for 3 days to get the blueprint in your mail. Then you're free to craft it at your assembly station. And that's it! With these tips, you'll be more prepared to bring Telesis to Sandrock. If you want to see the gameplay of this during the early access, you can click on this end card right here. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye!